Mr. Worst here. Hey, so we're now looking at velocity, time, and distance equations. Okay, this can be a little bit difficult, but I'm going to walk you through it. Okay, so going over the test. The test said a train is traveling at 50 meters per second. I like to circle everything that I'm given. When I get to like a value that has like units with it, something that we're studying, like 50 meters per second is velocity. So a train is traveling 50 meters per second. How much time will it take to travel 800 meters? Okay, so again, another quantity. This is a distance, this is a velocity, and it's asking for how much time. This graphic organizer here helps us organize our thinking to clarify what we're trying to do. Okay, so what we're given in the equation is we're given velocity equals, I should use my mouse, I have it hooked up. Okay, velocity equals 50 meters per second. Oh, this is messy, sorry. A modeling struggle. Okay, and we're also given distance equals 800 meters, okay? Now, how do I know that's a distance? It doesn't say a distance, it just says 800 meters. Well, I know that M stands for meters, that's something we learned, and meters are a distance. So 800 meters is what I'm also given. Okay, what do I want to find? I want to find how much time. How much time did this take? So I want to find time. And I like to run my equation all the way out. Okay, so time equals, what's the formula for time? Using the triangle of destiny or whatever. Somebody said that and I really like it. Okay, it's distance divided by velocity. Spoiler alert. Okay, and that equals, I do my work here, I just plug in my variables into the equation. So if I was fancy, I would have done this in different colors, but I don't think Screencastify has that ability. I can't get Studio to load into a Google form. So, in place of D, I write 800 meters. Okay, so up here, I'm just going to write 800 meters in that position. Up in the numerator, that's the mathy word for that. Okay, so 800 meters. Whoa. Undo does not work. That's a 0. 800 meters, so I just wrote that up top, divided by 50 meters per second. So I need to divide by the velocity. The velocity is 50 meters per second. So you see here, for each one of these parts, each one of the parts is actually necessary in organizing our thinking. Now, maybe you're like, Mr. Worst, but I know that it's going to be that divided by that. Still, put in what is given, the equation, and then the work. I majored in physics in college, and even though the problems were much more complicated than this, we still use the same method. So it's important. It's like actually bad physics just to write down your answer. Don't just write down your answer. You need to say what's given, you need to write the equation, and you need to do the work. Okay, so 800 divided by 50, I believe that is, oh man, okay, I'm going to pause the recording here. All right, I'm glad I did that because I would have messed up. I was thinking 3 for some reason. And so I'm doing number sense in my head, okay? So I know it's like at least more than 10, right? Because, okay, Mr. Worst, be quiet. It's just, okay, so the answer is 16. 16, and what are the units? Okay, what are the units? So, it's seconds, okay? How do I get that? Well, you could do some algebra here, meters divided by seconds. Seconds in the denominator, and the denominator is actually in the numerator. It's like a double negative. Don't worry about that. But what you can do is just look back here. What do we want to find? We want to find time. Okay, my time units that I was putting in were in meters per second. So I had seconds lurking here in the denominator of the velocity. And so it's 16 seconds. It's a time we're looking for. Okay, see you later.